The Industrial Revolution is the technological disruption caused by the introduction and beginning of the common use of new technologies. It has completely changed social, economic, and political relations of mankind. This is how the first 3 industrial revolutions happened. Since the late 17th century, with the advent of steam engines, society entered a technological era. During the 18th to 19th century, significant changes took place, the transition from a subsistence economy to an industrial economy, urbanization, and a sharp increase in the productivity of labor. These changes are known as the First Industrial Revolution. The Second Industrial Revolution in the late 19th, early 20th century was marked by the advent of electricity and assembly line production. The third, in the mid-20th century, by the advent of computer technology and automation of production. It is easy to see that there is a general principle of innovation and introduction of new technologies and rapid obsolescence of old technologies and methods in all the previous cases. The only parameter that has changed is the time spent on progress, which grows shorter with every stage. Today, the world stands on the threshold of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, or Industry 4.0, the era involving a confluence of all advantages in one single mega system, combining the means of production, old and new economic models, and also manufactured products. Unlike the previous industrial revolutions, the current one began unnoticed. The starting point is impossible to trace. We can only assume it started in 2009, when the number of objects connected to the internet exceeded the number of users. It has been predicted that in this system, all means of production will be able to communicate with each other in real time, to self-regulate and to learn new methods of behavior. For example, factories will be able to build production with fewer errors, to interact with produced goods, and, if necessary, to identify equipment that can improve, produce, and release the finished product in a fully autonomous mode without human intervention. But Industry 4.0 also comes laden with risks. Countries not possessing advanced technologies, having a high percentage of low-skilled population, may lose out on the highly developed countries and fall behind these countries even more. What awaits our country under the new conditions of this Fourth Industrial Revolution? A comprehensive answer to this question and concrete guidelines for action are contained in an article written by the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan entitled "The Pathway Towards the Future: Modernization of Kazakhstan's Identity." This article details the fundamentals of a successful integration with the country in a new global reality, such as transparency of consciousness, which allows us to see clearly and to perceive everything that happens in the world, to be ready for change, and to be able to learn from the experience of others. The evolutionary development principle, which calls to mind the lessons of history and to live in the present, guided by them, correctly sensing signals of the future, cult of knowledge, ensuring success in adapting the professional profile of the economy amid the imminent disappearance of more than half of existing profession. Pragmatism, the change of some habits and stereotypes, and the ability to live rationally with a focus on achieving tangible results. Competitiveness, the possession of a set of qualities worthy of the 21st century. Preservation of national identity, the inner core of national consciousness in the transition towards a single, universal model of development.